Hey everyone, Agnach here. Welcome to another video. In today's video I will be showing all the triples from our third week in the UWL tournament against Golden X. We are in this group and we lost our first war against Crew 99 and won our second war against War Agency. On the other hand, Golden X won their first war and lost their second war. So how did we go in week 3? We ended up winning on percent after drawing 12-12. We had 91.2% to the 88.2%, a very close and fun war, and GG to them. We finished with 2 triples and they also had 2 themselves, and I'll show you all of them next. They tripled me first with a hybrid attack, and then Benji answered with a very nice Sablalo attack. Then they tripled us again with a flybread with the dragons and the super minions, and I ended up tripling again with my super giant witch spam attack. So let's go to the first attack. Okay, so here we have Affin 1 coming in against myself, and he's coming with the hybrid. So he's gonna start with his queen at 9. There she goes, and he's gonna start doing a queen charge over there. So sends the first Kokoloon. He also has 2 super wall breakers. He's gone with normal hybrid with 3 rages and 2 heals. Sends the first super wall breaker into that compartment. That way the queen is gonna be able to go inside, get rid of one of the scatters, and also is gonna be able to draw the CC out. Uses a baby dragon just to make sure that queen does walk in. And she goes inside. Now uses the first rage. She's gonna be engaging the king. Sends a headhunter, very nice, to deal with the king, but he still has to use the queen ability. Sissy comes out. He has to use freeze just to keep him in there, and the queen do not die. Then he sends a super wall breaker on the other side at 1 o'clock just to open that compartment. That way his king is going to be able to go inside and get rid of the other scattershot, and that will make a very nice pathing for his hybrid to go directly into the tank hole and then to the center of the base. King ends up getting rid of the scattershot. Single Inferno ends up targeting the queen. Uses a freeze for the single Inferno and she stays alive. The hybrid is getting rid of the tank hole, uses a warden ability. Now the queen is inside, targets the single Inferno. All the skellies were going towards her, and I thought that she was gonna die, but she ends up surviving that hit. Later on she ends up dying, but now he's gonna have the healer swap. He ends up swagging that rage on the queen, but he still has plenty of hogs, plenty of minus, the RC with ability, and all the healers still alive. And pretty much the rest of the base is gone. So very nice by them, and they got the first triple of the war. Still Warden full health, RC full health, and still with her ability, and he's gonna swag it. Very nicely done. So after this one, Benji ended up coming in and answering with Sablalo. So he's brought 3 quakes, 5 zaps. Gonna be doing the zaps on the Wizard Tower, the Expo, and the Bomb Tower, as well as the CC. Uses the quakes to damage the scatter so that then his RC can get rid of the scatter. Ends up getting that Bomb Tower. Probably would have been a little bit better if he gets rid of the Grand Expo, but it really doesn't matter. Uses 1 loon to try to get rid of that mortar. He couldn't do that, so the Tesla pops up, so now he knows, sends the RC to go and get rid of that scatter. He also wanted that RC ability to get the sweeper, but it ended up going to the left towards the AD and then towards the cannon, as they have more HP than the sweeper. Puts the king down with the ice golem to tank for the queen. So here we want the king to go inside and sweep for the tank hole, and the ice golem to freeze everything in there, and for the queen to keep walking up, get rid of the Grand Expo, the Archer Tower, the Wiz Tower. Just creating a bit more pathing. Uses the king ability, nice. That way the barbs can tank the Inferno beams from the tank hole. This is the queen ability, and now she's gonna get rid of that storage, and then she's gonna die. The king ends up being OP and ends up walking all the way to 3 o'clock and gets rid of that final AD, and he starts with his Lalo. So that sweeper is just pushing a few of his loons, but that's not really gonna matter. Everything is coming in, sends the headhunters for the queen, and uses the warden ability. Now on this one as well, I think he wanted to bring a couple of freezes, but ends up bringing a rage, and that rage ends up being swagged, so that's alright. He still has a trillion loons. The dragon ends up targeting the enemy royal champ, and she goes down. And then the expo, which was hitting the dragon, goes down. Now it's only this Tesla farm and the scatter shot left. Loons go towards the scatter shot, damage it a little bit, but then they die, and there's another pack of loons coming around. They reach the scatter shot. Scatter shot goes down. There's a couple of Teslas left. The loons might die, but we still have a 3/4 health dragon, a full health warden, and plenty of time on this one. So nicely done by Benji with a nice triple. So after this one, they ended up coming in against Yoda's base, and they ended up getting a triple as well. They're coming in with Flybread. They also bring a clone spell and a couple of zaps. The zaps, they're going to be using it to get rid of the sweepers in the middle of the base. Uses a blimp for the multi-inferno. And also that's where the defending queen is, so uses the E-Dragon for getting rid of the queen, but the queen stays alive with just 1 HP. The entire compartment apart from the queen is gone, and the CC comes out. That puts super minion just to get rid of some of the buildings, then puts the king and queen at 6 o'clock just to start a bit of a funnel, and then he sends all of his dragons inside into that single inferno compartment, and there's nowhere else to go but towards the town hall. He keeps going in. The queen now goes down. The lava from the CC comes out, and the dragons are going to be getting stalled on it for a little bit, and then puts the royal champion around 3:30. At this point, we weren't quite sure if it was going to triple or not. Uses the warden ability, the tank hole goes down, so nicely done. The warden ability catches everything. The tornado trap goes off and pulls some of the dragons off, but the main pack of dragons and super minions are heading towards the scatter while it's being tanked by a couple of dragons. Now the second scatter shot is hitting the main pack, but some of the super minions are heading towards the expo and the scatter shot, and it goes down. The queen and the RC are still alive, and they're doing really nicely, getting rid of some of the defenses on the outside, keeping some of the troops in the center of the base and flying around. Now air targeting defenses, we only have the single inferno, the AD, the Whiz, and the archer tower at the end. We thought that this was gonna be a defense. Usually when we have our queen, she's a bit of a special queen, so she will be targeting the king, and all the dragons will be targeting the king, and then the AD and the inferno were gonna get rid of the rest of the army. But his queen seems to be pretty smart and targeted the right defenses, and this became a triple. Well, nicely done. Finally, I came in against a Fiend 1 with my Super Giant Witch attack, so I decided to stab the Scatter Queen Bomb Tower, and then also the Expo Wiz Tower, damaged the Eagle. I decided to use a couple of Earthquake spells for the Eagle just to make sure it was gonna go down very nice and quickly. Put a few Giants and Witches at 12 and a few at 3. The idea was to send the main army in a line and wall breaker from 1:30 all the way into the town hall. I was gonna put the RC down around 1 once the king is being trying to kill the skellies. That way it's gonna be getting tanked. That way the RC can get rid of the eagle and then start getting rid of the king. As they're coming in, the infernos aren't hitting my wrecker, so I waited on my warden ability for a little bit longer. And then once the multi-inferno started targeting some of my troops, I decided to use the warden ability nice and early. The CC comes out, this got super minions, so I decided to freeze the super minions and the town hall, put their king ability just to get rid of that a lot faster. Usually that's the main thing that can kill all your witches, the town hall and multi-infernos, once you've gotten rid of all the scatter shots. The tornado goes off, the queen gets trapped there, but she still has her ability, and all of my troops are walking in clockwise formation from 6, and they're going to be going up. Use the queen ability, so that gets rid of that single inferno. And now the only thing that was worrying me is that expo, that it's a little bit tucked in. However, that compartment, the walls are open, so the skellies should be going inside. The ice golem as well was a bit OP here, freezing the bomb tower and giving my witches a little bit more time to get rid of it. And as they're moving in, the witches inside, they end up getting killed and they can't get rid of the expo. However, that expo is at a quarter health and being tanked by the warden, so all the skills go in there, and then I get rid of that gold mine. Well, that's it from me. GG to Golden Axe. There are still 2 more weeks left in this tournament for the group stage, and anything can happen. If you like this video, please click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time. See ya.